Hola chicos. So today we're going to talk about our final irregular verb, ir. Ir meaning to go. Talking about where someone's going. So it talks about taking us to a place. So let's go ahead and start with the fact that ir means to go. So it's probably the most important thing for us, that ir means to go. Okay? To go to a place. We have to remember that ir is an infinitive. And an infinitive in English is the word to. Whoa, not that. To plus a verb. Okay, so it's to go. This is going to become important for us as we start getting more complex verb forms and we start doing verb phrases. So not just that, I'm going to a place or she goes there, but saying that I want to go or I need to go or I want to study or I need to study or anything that's putting two things together. So whenever you have the to, that means you're not conjugating the verb. That is an infinitive. And as I just mentioned, we're going to bold this to make it stand out a little bit more. As I just mentioned, ir is an irregular verb. So like ser and like estar, it doesn't follow a pattern. It does its own thing. It is an irregular verb. All right. So it's not going to like chop off the AR and you add the o, as, a, amos, ais, on. You're going to do something totally different here. So that's the most important stuff that we need to know. Let's go into our conjugation. You know the process for conjugation, so this makes this a lot easier. All right, so we're going to take ir. Like I said, irregular verb. The yo form looks nothing like ir. It is yo boy. And we've been previewing this as we go. And we translate that as I go. All right, we have tú vas. That will be that you go. Usted va. He, not is. Why do I have that there? We can get rid of that. Boop, boop. I thought I deleted all that stuff, and clearly I did not. But that's okay. Delete. So we're going to say he goes, or she goes, or you in the formal form go. All right, let's go over to this side. Fun one. Whoops. Vamos. All right, it's where we get the English expression vamos from. If you ever heard the expression vamos, we go. Vosotros vais. Now, typically speaking, when we're in the vosotros form, you're going to have that accent mark over the A in vais, not here. This is a one-syllable word, vais. You do not need the accent mark. Y'all, informal, that funky one is only used in Spain, go. And then we have, last but not least, ellos and ustedes, van, not they are, but they go. They go. And you all go. So here's the thing. Sometimes in Spanish, we can translate this. I'm going to throw this up here as a little reminder. Sometimes we can translate this as I go or I am going. All right? Same thing. You go or you are going. He goes or he is going. You can translate it both ways. It's used interchangeably in Spanish. There is another different way to use the ings. It's called present progressive. You will get that in Spanish too. I believe Spanish too. And we'll talk about that more later. But you know that you can say, yo voy, I'm going. So, yo voy a la escuela. I go to school or I'm going to school. Either one will work. Okay. A couple things to remember before we do some examples. First of all, the verb ir, usually followed by the preposition a. So usually a is an important thing. You're usually going to a place. Yo voy a that place. The fun thing is you have to remember that a, when it's next to el, has to become al. So don't forget your al if you need to. And then last but not least, we're going to throw this in really, really quick. If you were talking about where someone's going, and this is what's a little different from English, and we've practiced this a little bit when we did our, what's it called? When we did, I'm going to put my Spanish keyboard off really quick, question words, which is the question words, we say donde for where, but if you're talking about the intention of where you're going to, you're going to have to remember that it is a donde. I'm going to throw my question mark in here. For some reason, my keyboard settings don't work on that. I don't know why. It is a donde. Don't forget that accent mark over that O in a donde. Okay. Oop, not the regular O. I need the special accent O. Yeah, dude, right there. A donde. Okay. So a donde is the to where. Oh, let me put my English keyboard back on. Boop, boop, boop. And there it is. So you use a donde if you were talking about where someone is going to. Which is going to be a little different because in English you'll say where are you going. You have to understand in your brain that it's where are you going to. So let's do some examples here. We go to the library. It's very simple. It's very straightforward. We go. So let's go ahead and throw our we, nosotros. The nosotros form is vamos. Okay, we are going to the library, la biblioteca. Oops, I threw an extra I in there. I knew something looked wrong. Boop, there we go. Biblioteca, period. Very straightforward. Okay, I am going to the movie theater. Okay, like I said, I go, I am going. They translate the exact same way. Oops. Okay, slight technical difficulty. I figured it out. I know what was going on there. All right, so like I said, I go, I am going, the same thing. So we are going to translate that as yo voy. Yo voy. Where am I going? To the movie theater. El cine. Uh-oh. You see what happened? There's that and L together. So these are little things we have to remember. We got to back it up. El becomes al. That's our contraction. All right. They are going to the park on foot. There's our eos. It could be as. We're just going to go with eos for now. Are going, same thing. Go, are going, it's the same thing. Van, to the park. El, uh-oh. See, there it is. These are little things we have to remember. Al parque. Okay, on foot. A pie. So now we're throwing in mode of transportation. But honestly, just because the sentence is lengthier doesn't make it more difficult. It's simply that you have more words to it. You just put those phrases on. You're just adding a Lego to your little set there. Jose is going to the restaurant by bike. Jose. Oh, of course I have to pick one name with an accent mark in it. There we go. We can throw that in there. Haha. Okay. Jose is going. Va. To the restaurant. Al. Because it's el. Restaurante. Okay. By bike en bicicleta. Boom. Okay. Now, we have a couple variations on this. Let's go. Here's the thing, and I'm going to make this an exclamation point just to make it fun. Okay. When we're saying that we're kind of giving that in command, that implied like, hey, let's go do this, it's the same as using vamos. All right? You just use vamos, but since I put an exclamation point in there, I got to throw my upside down one in the beginning. Boom. Okay. Oh, and I wanted to make that red so it stands out a little bit more so you can see those are my examples. We'll just switch that up. Boom. All right. So let's go. You just use vamos. Okay. Vamos. Where are we going? To the city. A la ciudad. Remember, it's like see you, dad. I'll see you, dad, in the city. Haha, get it? By truck. En camión is a truck. So I'm going to need that O accent mark in there. All right. Nice thing about me having to do this, it's a good pause for us to remember that we have to throw those accent marks in. Vamos a la ciudad en camión. Boom. Where are you going today? Aha, here we go. And we just talked about this. When we ask where we're going to, even though in English it just says where, we're going to pick this up here so we remember it. We're going to use a donde. Remember? Okay, I know it just says where. It has to be in your brain. It's your little mental parentheses. A donde. Okay? Are you going? Okay? Remember, when we ask a question, you're going to flip-flop that subject and the verb. In English, see how we did this? We've got the you here in the middle, and then we have the are going separating it. Or actually, the you is separating the are and going. You're going to put the verb first, are going, vas. Now you put in your subject, tú. And that has that accent mark on it. With the accent mark you, without it, it means your. And then today, hoy. ¿A dónde vas tú hoy? So those are our special examples. So there you go. There's your verb ir. It's pretty straightforward. Since you know how to conjugate, you know how to go through the process already, this shouldn't be too bad. You need help? You know where to find me. Hasta luego, chicos.